right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 1142 on this beautiful Tuesday evening. It is Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. Yes, on this night, we go over some techniques that'll help you pass these exams. And tonight is special. You know why?
Why?
Because you don't need to know a dang thing. I don't know about you, but I like it when people tell me I don't need to know a dang thing to get something right. That's the best kind of right, isn't it?
That is true.
I can excel at that. I feel like I can be an expert at not knowing anything and getting something right. That sounds like something I really want to know. And tonight we're going to do that. First off, my name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz. I answer all the text messages, phone calls, all that great stuff, but you're not here for that. You're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, she's got her 63, she's got her 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know so that way you too can get a pass notice. And that's what we are going to be talking about tonight. We're talking about getting a pass notice,
Pass notices.
especially if you got ADD, especially if you can't pay attention for nothing.
It's paying attention.
Why were you defensive? I wish you guys knew how hard it is for her to sit here every night, just to sit. It is like the most difficult thing. She's got like all these little trinkets, little doodads everywhere that she fidgets with the entire time. Guys, it is a real thing. And I know there's a lot of people on here that struggle with that. And when I say that, I mean like focusing. And then it's triple, quadruple hard when it's like something you're not really all that interested in,
No, man. It's like, no.
especially if it's not entertaining, exciting, like the wonderful world of securities. I know it's interesting to learn some of this stuff. I'm not saying it isn't, but it's pretty dry. It's not the most like,
Most of it's boring.
yeah, to be honest.
Mean. I, yeah.
And so a lot of times we go to these exams and we're like focused on getting that pass notice, right? We're like focused on, we did some studying, some people more than others. And you go in there and you feel like you're prepared, and then they hit you with those exam questions, and you have the anxiety, you got the adrenaline going, you got, if you're like Brandy, you got a quart of Red Bull running through you. And you just got those let's go vibes, right? And you hit question number one on your, Windows 95, you know, old computer. Didn't even know they made Gateway still. Probably don't, but you click on there and then you get that first question and you're like, what is going on here? Second question, don't know it. Third question, no, still not there. Fourth question, no, don't know what that is either. You ever been in that situation? Don't even know if you even studied the right stuff. You're like, am I even here on the right exam? Is this the SIE? I feel like someone gave me like the 66 or something. I don't even know what this is. And if you don't have a technique or strategy to lock yourself in, and that's the main thing that we want to show you with these techniques. I'm not saying that you rely on these techniques like they were your walking stick. I'm just saying it's nice to have that in case you lose your footing. Does that make sense? I can walk. But when I go on these long hikes, I take like a walking stick, right? In case I go up a grade where I kind of start losing my footing a little bit, it's nice to have that stick to have some stability to get up to that until you get your tread underneath you, until you get that grip. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what these techniques are. Sometimes we just need something to put our footing in so that way we can get centered again. So that way we can feel like we're in it still, like we're in the game. Like we might be, a couple of these might got past us, but you know what? If I have a technique or something to just kind of get me some sort of stability, I feel more confident. And confidence is everything. Where were you talking about confidence today, Brandy?
Yes, I was talking about confidence today.
You're messaging five people at the same time.
But on the chat, like it's relevant.
No. But what was you saying about confidence?
Um,
I told you I was going to call on you.
I know. So no, I had this conversation with somebody earlier today, and she's like, when I do my distracted quizzes, like my scores are phenomenal, but when I like focus and I'm locked in, my scores are lower. And I said, that's because you are lacking. Well, one of the reasons it's because you're lacking confidence in yourself on your ability to be able to get this thing done.
Yeah. And a lot of times we get confidence confused with, what do I want to say? Preparation. I don't feel like I was prepared. No, what you just said is a lack of confidence. All of those scores you had going up until today were the preparation. All those scores that were saying you were prepared, that means you're prepared.
Mm-hmm.
You were prepared. If you can get like a 70s, anything above a 70 in any of your Q banks, and I know we preach about Q bank scores don't really matter because those questions aren't on the exam. True enough, but you can't get really those scores unless you know some stuff about some stuff. Does that make sense? And if you're feeling like you don't know this stuff and that's your first thing to say is, oh, I didn't feel prepared. No, you were prepared. That statement right there leads us to believe you weren't confident.
Correct.
It's not that you weren't competent, it's you weren't confident.
Yeah. Yeah.
And those two wires get confused all the time. Your confidence is what makes you feel like you're incompetent. And then it feeds into a negative tailspin where you go in there and you now you've lost your tread. Now you're sliding all over the place. You're literally hydroplaning through the exam. You can't seem to get a grip on any of these questions. You can't get any traction whatsoever. And if you can't get traction, as if you've ever hydroplaned, any of you ever hydroplaned in real life? I mean, I hit a tree at 55 miles an hour, hydroplaning, spun out of control. Nothing you can do. You're just on for a ride. It's scary. You're out of control. You can't do nothing, right? Especially if you've ever been in like snow and you hit that black ice. It's a good thing you're wearing a seatbelt because you're on a ride. That's what it sometimes feels like. But a lot of times we put ourselves in that spot because of our confidence that makes us feel like we're incompetent, which makes us feel like we're just not going to get this thing done. And then we're in that negative space. We're no longer on PMA. We're on NMA.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the acronym.
Negative mental attitude. And that's not where we want to be. Because as I said, positivity attracts positivity, negativity attracts negativity. It takes one little thing, and then the next thing, oh no, I'm not going to get this right. Oh no, this is not it. Oh no, here we go. Oh, I've never been good at this. And then the negative avalanche just keeps happening. And then the next thing, you got exactly what you were saying you were going to get the entire time when you were doing that exam. Can't do that. You can believe in a win or you can believe in a loss. Either way, whatever you believe in is what you're going to get. If you believe in a win or you believe in a loss, whatever you're believing in is what you're going to get. Does that make sense? If you keep saying, I believe I'm going to lose, I believe I'm going to fail, that's what you're doing. You're just ushering it in. You're making it happen in every way. And your confidence goes down, then your competence goes down. So as we're going through this tonight, learn these techniques. I'm not saying that you need to lean on these, like I said earlier, like it's your cane, like you need it as a crutch to get through this because you can't walk on your own. That's not the purpose of the techniques that we showed on Tuesdays. It is not so that it can be your main legs to get through an exam, because it's not going to do that for you. But what it is going to be there for you is if you need to get some footing, if you feel like you're running out of time, if you feel like you need to make a couple guesses anyway because you're not seeing it, and you've worked like if you're a member especially and you know how to work these questions with the observations and you worked it and you're down to that 50-50 shot and you're going to take that technique side, that's awesome. That's great. You have a strategy and a tactic to go about and totally disarming these questions so that way you can get your chance of getting a right answer. And some of you might be totally lost on that and you have not figured that out yet because you're not with the right study prep. I'm just telling you. And if you haven't checked this out yet, and if you didn't see my little reel before we started this whole thing with all the different passers over the weekend, and I showed you guys right before this started, I had a nice little reel going on with all the different people that have passed. Guys, techniques, being able to have a strategy and a tactic to go in there and go in there and attack those questions, knowing that you only need surface level content as we teach it, knowing that you only need to know X amount to get the right amount. That is what helps you out. That's what's going to help you guys get the win. And if you haven't gone onto our program yet, 15% off the first month right now is a special. Scan the QR code, hit the links, get into the course videos, live exam sessions, get a book. Some of those options come with books. So check out all the different options we have. And when you sign up, you're getting SIE 6, 63, 26. You're getting like 4 different exams worth of material. Yes, you only need to focus on one, but isn't it nice to know that they all link together? And as soon as you get one pass notice, you're on to the next. You don't need to re-sign up for anything. You don't need to buy another program. You're already in it to win. You're already in it to get the next one and the next one and the next one. And if you weren't paying attention to all the different passers we've had in the last few weeks, I haven't even counted them yet, but every single one of them, they're on not a lot of them are on their first win, but they've been on their second pass notice, the third pass notice, the fourth pass notice. This is my 63. This is my 6. This is my 26. Guys, this is what we're trying to do here. We're trying to help you stack pass notices because you're not here to get one pass notice for the SIE. And that's what everybody focuses on. And that's not what our focus is not on. It is not just to get one exam down. You guys need to get the 6, the 63, 26, and maybe the 65, like 4 exams passed. If you're in Primerica, the ones I just said, those are the ones you need to get. If you're not in Primerica, you still need to get the 6, probably the 7, the 66, and what, like the 26, all the different ones that we teach anyway. But you guys, it's more than just one. It's multiple. So get a system. It's more than just a study prep. It's a whole system to get more than just one pass notice. So scan the QR code, hit the links. And if you need a community to study with, we have that on the Discord. That is also in the link. Join in on that study group, 951-290-3077. Give me a call, give me a text. Also, the email, KonaButterflyz@gmail.com. All right, tomorrow's schedule is simple. We do not have day sessions tomorrow. We will be back for the brew tomorrow night. So no day sessions for the members, but we will be back for the brew. We do have if you're a member on our membership, we do have a Monday replay that's dropping tomorrow morning. So that way, if you were planning on having a study session, you are planning on being in a live session, you can do that. You can be on that live drop. It drops exactly at that time. There's no rewinding. There's no fast forwarding. It's live streamed at that time. So that way you all can be in there at the same time. Leave comments in there. Brandy might stop by. Maybe I'll stop by and we'll see if you guys, ask questions if you want. If you're watching it, ask questions in the Discord. Leave it in the comments. We'll help you out. But watch that live drop. Monday was great about getting focused, time management, getting ready for this next month. We have August coming up. You don't want to have the same bad habits you had in July and June or whatever, or maybe you never even had habits before because you never learned them before because you went to public school like Brandy and I. Look, Brandy's going to teach you some of that stuff and how to really make that maximum effort so that way you guys can get the most out of your time. So that is a great episode tomorrow, Wednesday morning. It'll drop. Look for it on Patreon. There's a whole time clock going so you know exactly when it's going to happen and you can watch that. We have a new fall schedule starting next week, next Monday. This is a little sneak peek at it, but we are going to be dropping all this information over the weekend to all the members. The new fall schedule. I know I have the same, I had like a different graphic look yesterday, but it's the same information. Nothing changed as far as the information. So if you grabbed that one last night, it's the same one. I will put this in the chat, a PDF, so you can print it out so you guys can have advanced copy of it going forward. But you can also scan the QR code on that one when you print it out. It has the Google Calendar, so you can just look at it and just go ahead and join our Google Calendar. and have it like traditional. And it's already changed up for the next month or so you guys can see all the new changes. Not a lot of changes really, but there is some changes to the schedule starting next week. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it on. Test taking techniques Tuesday. We got rules of test taking techniques Tuesday. Rule number 1, you're not allowed to ask what exam did that question come from. So many times people get caught up in like, oh, the difficulty of that question. Oh my goodness, am I going to see that on my exam? Guys, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We teach this stuff to our kids that are in high school who are not studying for their securities exam yet.
Ooh, I got told today, by the way, in the member session, same thing. She's been teaching our strategies and stuff to her high schooler, and it's already helped her grades improve.
There you go.
It helps your grades improve already.
I'm telling you guys, it doesn't matter what this is applied to. If it's a multiple choice exam, it works. If they're in high school, junior high, teach it to your kids. If you're a school teacher, feel free. We're not charging you yet. Yet.
Sure.
But no, seriously, it doesn't matter what exam it is. Pay attention to how Brandy breaks it down. Look at the little tricks and techniques and hacks or whatever she does, and just start using that in your quizzes, start emulating it. And how do we get better at something? We practice it. So that's rule number 2. We want you to go get a 10-question flash quiz, 10 questions, 10 minutes. You're just practicing the techniques. Don't care about scores, right, Brandy?
No, we don't care.
And why 10 minutes and 10 questions? Because have you ever noticed the more you think, most of you, the worse you do?
Yeah.
It's almost like you guys are in the way of with all your overthinking. So this is a nice little drill on top of a drill to help you with that overthinking.
Right.
So even if you're not doing these techniques or whatever, and you want a drill that helps you not overthink, this is great too. 10 questions, flash quiz, doesn't matter what you're doing, whatever unit, area, section, doesn't matter. Q bank, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
10 minutes, 10 questions, just do the techniques and just go with it.
Go for it.
All right, ready?
Yes. Ready. Ready. All right, let's go. Let's go. Got an AML officer. I got a bank security associate. I got a privacy officer. I don't even know what that is. I am a privacy officer. Don't even know. And then the chief compliance officer.
It's an officer that makes sure no one's peeking in the dressing rooms.
Yeah, and these are officers. This is an associate, right? What's a like why bank security associate? Like that's not something that we study in securities, like a bank. A privacy officer, we're like, what? Right? And then this is an acronym. An acronym, right? Okay, so I looked at the question.
We're not sure of.
And it says AML in the question.
It's probably AML in the answer.
And so I just said, I'm going to just try it. And it was it.
If I don't know anything, why overthink that? This is a great question of people who get it wrong because they approach the question wrong. They don't approach it Kona style.
Nah.
Answers first. You're already looking for that AML. When you read the question, you notice the AML, you connect the dots.
Yeah.
If you were reading this like a normie, you read the question and then you're going through the answers and you're like, what? Let me read that again. What? Let me read that again. You might get it right, but it took you way too long.
And also there's a lot, the fact that D is on the screen, the chief compliance officer, it will allow you to overthink.
You're right.
So
don't be a normie.
Don't be a normie. Is that what we call the non-Kona people?
Yeah. Non-Kona people are normies.
Anyways, lots of words. So at first I was focusing on the fact that said 250 and that said 250. And then I remembered the rule is only one answer choice can have a number. So
that can't be it.
That's not it.
That's not the technique.
And I'm going to be real. I didn't even see that but I did see this and then I just went ahead and I just clicked on that because I didn't want to read.
That's it.
Oh, the other thing is, I remember this question. The other thing is look, it's called fill or kill. Okay. This is a Kona catchphrase as well. Okay. This is like a Monday night. The question says fill or kill. the guy wants 300 shares, only 250 are available. No, we're not going to buy anything because I said I want 300 and I want 300 now. So we're going to not fill it. We're just going to kill it. Boom. I didn't see the and in C either, to be honest with you. Anyways, fun times. Do. So A, B, and C are all specific currencies.
Yes.
And then D is a basket of currency. First of all, who talks like that? Look,
oh, I got a basket full of currencies.
I would have been with you that D could be a possible answer.
Trick or treating at a bank.
Except for it says basket. Who says basket?
I'm at a money exchange right now.
We don't talk like that in securities world, no offense. We would say a portfolio.
Nah, you're a double agent,
Yeah.
and you have a basket of currencies when you go into different countries.
Posies. I don't know.
I just told you, you're a double agent. You put all your different money in there. You're getting out of the game.
Come on, man. What's a basket?
I don't know.
Who carries a basket? It's not
odd.
Easter egg.
I'd pick D.
hunting.
All that to say, I think it's D.
Oh, sorry. We had to look at the question on this one. All right. American depository receipts would be denominated in US dollars.
There you go.
That's my.
Before you hit the question, I would have still marked D.
And
would have been wrong, but I would have read the question and then I would have known.
Just ask another question. If it's an ADR, American for a French corporation, why are we going with the Chinese yuan? And it doesn't make sense. And euros, I see, because France is located in Europe.
They have to put other answers in there.
Like, what is this?
I couldn't get a burrito at lunch unless he put 2 other answers in there before he wrote it.
Most of the time, though, if something is
just filler.
It could have been what's it called? A franc?
Nah. All right, let's move on.
Anyways.
Way too much time on this one.
I know, but sometimes I have to laugh.
Sometimes your ADD gets the best of you.
It is true. I've got, oh my gosh, I did it again. No, wait, maybe I didn't. Not restricted, is restricted, not restricted. So I was looking at this and this. Okay. And then I saw that there is one and. So I said it's probably A. And then I looked at the question and I saw this 1%. And then so I said, you're probably not restricted because that's a very low percentage. And then boom, boom, boom.
Boom.
I got it with the and, to be honest.
Boom.
There was a lot of ands. I took a 30 question quiz. I know, random, right? There was a lot of ands. I don't know why.
You don't get and. You don't get Andy or Brandy without and.
That's very true. That's what I've heard. Okay. So it makes me laugh too. Deflation. It's a balloon deflating.
Wow.
Deflating balloon. And then I have stagnation, which is a puddle, right? So this is a balloon, a flat balloon, right? Balloon. And then this is a puddle collecting mosquitoes, right? Because it's stagnant.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that during the summer.
Hyperinflation. This is a brandy. Okay.
Yeah. For reals.
I'm going to say
quarter Red Bull.
Quick inflation. And then I was looking at Supra inflation and I'm like, is it a Toyota?
It is a Toyota Supra.
Come on. Y'all get it? Okay.
We got it.
Cool. So Toyota. And then I was looking at this and I'm like, okay. I'm looking at the fact that C and D both speak of inflation.
Correct.
And if we are talking about something that's a little bit extreme in the medical field, in the real world, we say hyper blank. You're hyper fixated. You're hyper focused.
Hyperbolic.
You're hyperbole. I don't know. But you all get it, right? The sure. H in ADHD stands for hyper.
Got it.
Okay.
Going with it.
So you're going with that, right? So if I had to guess, I'm going to go based on inflation and inflation. I'm going to cross off Supra.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to go with C.
Has anybody ever heard Supra inflation? No.
And then I looked over here just to confirm it. And it says extreme increase inflation.
It's hyper.
I'm extreme.
Supra is not a thing.
It's a Toyota.
It's a Toyota, but I think they're remaking again. They discontinued for a minute.
It's a cute car.
All right. Well, I digress.
Yeah. Pump and dump, pegging, marking the open, capping. I'm just gonna go with pump and dump,
No cap.
especially no cap, especially because look at that long thing. Ah, it's long, and it's talking about a couple of things. But anyways, it has an and in it. But I
It's talking about a couple of things.
I do
There's that
hyper.
there's that hyper and that ADHD.
Yeah. Yeah. So
What's
that's
the question say? A couple of things.
there's a couple there's a
How
couple
many of you
things
guys,
going on.
how many of you honestly read questions like that?
A couple things going on.
How many of you identify with that?
The, I mean, I don't want to say there's a lot going on, but there's a couple things going on.
Couple things going on.
There's a couple.
And that leads to an and.
It is, and it is a lot to read. And if you guys are part of our member sessions, I do talk about scanning it, and I did scan, but I ain't got no time. I don't feel like it. Most of the time, the and works. So
Yep.
just gonna go.
Couple of things. Well, how do we know it's a couple of things? Because it has an and. That's it. I mean, literally, that's it. If you want to know the magic of the and, that's what it's all about.
The magic.
If there, how do you write a sentence? If you have a couple of things, you put an and, don't you?
Hey,
This and that.
if I had to name this studying brew, it would be the
And.
question of the and, or the and.
Dominance of the and.
The and.
Pay attention to the and. Don't ignore the and.
Don't ignore it. Because dude, it worked way too well.
Look,
today.
there was a lot of and in there, but there was also going back and looking at the question and making sure that if it jives, right? If it works. Oh, okay, wait. We do need to look for a couple. Okay, and works.
I want to say this real quick before we sign off.
Go ahead, say this.
I want to answer this person's question.
Yes, go
in the
ahead.
chat. Okay. Because I mentioned this in a member session, so I'm going to mention it here with you guys in live in YouTube world.
And free.
And free. If you're gonna guess, if you looked at a question and you were just like, I don't know. And then you looked at the answers and you were just like, I don't even know. Maybe it's this. I'm going with the and. Does that make sense? I'm going to go with the technique. I'm going to go with something that we talked about tonight, or what we talk about every Tuesday night. If I'm going to guess anyways, if I'm not sure, I'm going to lean in on that technique. If I look at the question and the answer and I'm like, oh yeah, the answer's that, I'm picking that, of course.
Just like I started at the beginning of this whole episode tonight when I said about these techniques. I'm not saying this is a cane so you can, lean on it the entire time through the exam. But as Brandy just said, I said it's like a walking stick. You don't know. You need to gain a little traction. What do you have to lose by using a technique and maybe having a better chance of getting an answer right? At least it's a strategy to make that guess. At least it's a technique to get a decent guess to get it right. And who knows, you might surprise yourself and be like, wow, that does work. You're on uneven ground, as Joanna said, and you just need a little, little help. Right?
Right.
That's it. That's all. No one's saying 100%, but use the logic to help you make sense of it all and get your footing. And then that way you keep your confidence and you keep your competence. And then you march into there and you get that pass notice. Right. So as you practice these things, remember what we said. It's not a complete cane to lean on it, but it will help you get your footing. And if you're going to guess anyway,
might as well guess with what works most of the time.
And most of all, look at your answers first. Answers first. Don't be a normie. You're in the Kona family. Don't be a normie.
And that should happen all the time. Answers first, no matter what.
There you go.
Know the answer or not. Answer goes first.
As a reminder, we don't have member sessions tomorrow. We'll be back for the Studying Brew, same bat time, same bat channel. We are going to have a wild card. I don't know what Brandy's going to do. As you can tell by her expression, she doesn't either.
I do know.
Oh, wow.
We're going to do Roman numerals tomorrow. Special request.
Well, there's only one person clapping right now, so it's got to be Michelle. All right, way to go. All right, everybody, thank you so much. We're going to be back, same bat time, same bat channel, Roman numeral Studying Brew. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope to see you there. Until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep the positive mental attitude and stay out of the tsunami.
Thank you, everybody. Why are you throwing me off? Thank you, everybody, for being on. We super, super appreciate you. Practice these techniques in your quizzes. We will see you guys tomorrow night. Have a great one.